we have discussed that agriculture is important in terms of providing food security sa ating bansa. Right? So if this is important, kailangan natin itong protektahan. Diyan papasok yung subject matter ng crop protection. And sa crop protection, we are actually studying two things here. One would be plant diseases, okay, and the other one is insect pest. So for this topic, we will be starting with diseases by discussing about plant pathology or the study of plant diseases. Ano nga ba kasi ang plant pathology? So as per its etymology or word origin, pathology comes from the Greek word pathos, na ang ibig sabihin is suffering, and logos, which means study. So if we are going to combine these two terms, it essentially means the study of suffering. And since it pertains to plant, then it is the study of plant suffering. Now the question is, do plants really suffer? Nagdudusa ba ang halaman? Kasi ang tao, nagdudusa tayo, di ba? Kapag may sakit ka, sakit yung katawan mo, meron kang lagnat, kasama na rin dyan yung mga mental health issues na pinagdadaraanan natin. So we suffer on those ways in a conscious level. Ang mga halaman, they don't suffer in a conscious level, pero they showcase suffering kasi mapapansin natin yung mga parts ng halaman nagkakaroon ng degradation or pagkasira. Nasisira yung kanilang leaves, yung kanilang roots, yung proper functioning ng kanilang physiology ay nagkakaroon ng disruption that would actually lead to the death of the plant. So they do suffer in that way kasi they showcase disruption sa kanilang physiological processes. Okay? Now, plant pathology is both a science and an art. It is a science because it is a body of knowledge. And it is an art because we use the knowledge that we gain from science in order to apply it to our farming practices. Okay? So, let's delve deeper. What is plant pathology as a science? Bakit siya naging science? Because it is a science because it understands the nature of plant diseases. Papasok na dyan yung we are studying or researching or analyzing yung causes of the disease or yung tinatawag nating etiology or the study of the causes of diseases. At the same time, when we're talking about plant pathology, tinitignan din natin yung relationship or interaction between the plant and the pathogen or yung microorganism that causes the disease doon sa plant na yon. We are also seeing and observing ano ba yung mga factors that influences yung pag-develop ng sakit. Kasi di ba ang sakit lumalala yan eh. So ano yung mga environmental factors or other factors that causes the disease to progress, kumalat sa buong sakahan na sinasaka, for example. And at the same time, by determining yung first three, our scientists develops control and management methods that would prevent the disease, sabihin na natin, na kumalat, or that would control the disease para hindi makapanira ng malaking bahagi ng halamanan or farm natin. Okay? So yan yung ibig sabihin ng plant pathology as a science. Dako naman tayo sa plant pathology as an art, wherein basically it is the application of science. So saan natin ina-apply ang plant pathology? Okay? Ina-apply natin yan when we diagnose plant diseases. So it takes observational skills, I guess, and intuition para malaman kung ano yung disease ng mga plant na yan. Kung maaalala nyo, Ako dati, may mga professor ako na una pa lang, makikita pa lang nila yung symptom ng halaman, alam na nila kung ano yung possible na pathogen na nag-cause ng sakit na yon. So that's how good they are. They are applying scientific knowledge to diagnose plant diseases. At the same time, plant pathology as an art assessed and forecast disease outbreaks. So kapag nakita natin na mayroon ng symptoms ng sakit, our researchers can forecast kung kakalat ba to or gaano ka wide yung pagkalat ng disease na to and how are we going to control it. So mahalagang skill yan when we are in the field of agriculture or as an agriculturist. I remember way back then when I was in high school, pinagtanim kami ng patatas. And napansin, maganda yung tubo ng patatas sa simula, madahon. But then, nagkaroon ng blight. Noong una, maliit pa lang, and sinabihan na kami dati ng prof namin that time na alisin na. Kumbaga, alisin na yung mga dahon na yun para hindi kumalat yung sakit. Kasi nafo-forecast nga niya na pag kumalat yung sakit na to, maaapektuhan yung buong sakahan namin. And apparently, hindi kami nakinig. After, I think, only 3 days, napansin namin kumalat na yung sakit. Halos nakalbo yung aming patatas during that time. So that's an art, you know. It can be, you can somehow think of science and art as yung science, yan yung theory ng pag-aaral. In our case, pag-aaral ng plant pathology. Whereas sa art, yan na yung ina-apply mismo natin sa farm. Okay? So more on the application aspect na siya. What are the 3 key traits of plant diseases? Natin masasabi na mayroong plant disease. Okay? Una, the plant disease is generally harmful or detrimental. So nagko-cause siya ng symptoms, physiological, histological, and morphological symptoms. Ito na yung number 2. Okay? Abnormalities that is harmful to the plant. Bakit siya nagiging harmful sa halaman? Kasi it disrupts yung natural physiological processes ng halaman. It disrupts yung system niya, kung paano siya nabubuhay, and then it causes death to the plants. Or minsan, it causes failure to reproduce dun sa mga halaman natin. Right? So that's number 1 and that's number 2. The other thing is, a plant disease is caused by an agent or what we call a pathogen. So ano-ano yung mga pathogen na yan? The primary one would be fungi, diba? Fungi. Nasaan na yan? Fungi. Bacteria, probably. Right? Virus. Nematodes. Viroids. Yan. So yan yung mga iba't ibang uri ng pathogen that is causing plant diseases. Later on, in the next lectures, moving forward, we will be discussing more in detail itong mga types of pathogens na ito. Nabanggit ko kanina, dito sa number 2, that it produces detrimental symptoms that harms or is detrimental to the plant. So ano yung mga vital processes ba kasi ng halaman that is being affected by the disease? For example, una, root absorption. Minsan, yung mga sakit ng halaman, it blocks yung mga connections sa roots nila that allows them to get nutrients from the soil. Okay? Or sinisira yung roots nila kaya hindi siya nakaka-function in getting nutrients from the soil. Okay? At the same time, kung ang tinamaan naman yan is yung stem part niya, it can also affect yung uptake ng water and minerals. Okay? Kasi hindi na healthy yung stem ng halaman, therefore, hindi na niya ma-distribute ng maayos yung mga water and minerals na kailangan niya para lumaki siya and mag-reproduce. Kung leaves naman, yung sakit niyan, it can affect photosynthesis. So, hindi na nakakapag-produce ng sugar or glucose yung halaman. Kasi nga, hindi na nagfa-function, hindi na green yung kanyang dahon, sira na, therefore hindi na siya nakakakuha ng sunlight that is converted into glucose. It can also affect yung respiration niya, yung pag-convert ng glucose into energy, therefore affecting yung metabolism ng halaman. And it can affect yung kanyang reproduction. Hindi siya mamumulaklak, hindi siya magbubunga because of these diseases. So any abnormalities, morphological means yung structure ng halaman na nakikita natin in simpler terms. And histological means yung tissue and cell level. Yung mga disease that affects the morphological and histological systems of the plants can cause destruction sa mga vital processes ng halaman katulad ng mga nabanggit dito. So that's how diseases affect the plants in their daily function or affects the plants in functioning well. And because of this, nagkakaroon tayo ng crop losses due to diseases. Right? And kapag may sakit ang halaman or naging mapanira yung sakit na ito, it endangers food supply. Right? Kasi hindi mo naman makakain ang halaman na may sakit. Okay? It endangers food supply kasi it reduces yung quantity ng pagkain na available sa market. Pero hindi lang yun, hindi lang quantity ang naapektuhan. Kasi minsan may mga halaman pa rin, kung mapapansin natin, may mga vegetables pa rin na binibenta pero hindi na maganda yung quality. So dahil it affects quality, maraming mga buyers ang probably ayaw nang bilhin yung crop na yon, right? And sa side ni farmer, kapag nagkasakit yung halaman niya, it causes financial losses. Paano? Una, mababa ang kanyang production. So bababa ang kanyang production. Pangalawa, tataas ang cost niya kasi kailangan niyang mag-implement ng control measures. Ito yun. Diba? So, bumaba na nga ang production, tataas pa ang gastos, magkakaroon talaga ng financial loss yan. It also limits the kind of plants and industries in an area. Kasi, ang diseases, minsan, crop-specific yan. So, kapag kumalat yan sa kapag ang isang lugar nagkaroon ng disease, for example, disease ng sweet potato, lahat doon sa lugar na yon magkakaroon na ng outbreak kung saan hindi na sila pwedeng magtanim ng sweet potato. Nangyari yan when I was working as a research assistant sa isang university noon. Nagkaroon kami ng extension program sa isang community kung saan dati they are one of the largest producers of sweet potato, pero nung nagkaroon ng sakit yung kanilang sweet potato, halos lahat na wipe out. So hindi na sila nakapagtanim ulit ng sweet potato and it affects yung livelihood ng mga farmers. Isa pa, okay, ang mga halaman na may sakit can cause poison or is toxic, okay, to humans. So that's one thing. Okay, it's poisonous to humans. Like yung mga mycotoxins natin. Like, for example, yung aflatoxin, yung toxin sa peanut butter, right? So remember, there was a case na nabasa ko, I think this was in the US, na kung saan pinull out yung tone-toneladang peanut butter kasi napag-alaman nila na merong aflatoxin. Yung when they tested yung sample ng production nila, napag-alaman nila na may aflatoxin and yun ay toxic sa tao. Meron pa yung pinaka-famous kapag pinag-aaralan nyo ang plant pathology, yung CP, di ba? yung Claviceps purpurea or yung ergot rye na tinatawag natin. So when we're talking about a pathogen of both the plants and an animal, yan, sumisikat yan, yung Claviceps purpurea, na toxic sa tao kapag na-consume nila. So, basically, yung Claviceps purpurea is on the rye and other wheat-related products. Okay? So these are the types of losses that comes from plant diseases. Kaya naman mahalagang pag-aralan ang plant pathology.